Hi everybody and welcome to another episode with the Anxious Resistance. Today I'm talking about the medication Guanfacine. So Guanfacine is a medication that can be used for anxiety. At least the studies show that it has potential, and doctors have had experience and they're prescribing this off-label on occasion for people with anxiety disorders. Okay, so what is Guanfacine? Guanfacine is known as an alpha-2A receptor agonist. Okay, big complicated stuff. So basically it's a lot like your beta blockers in the sense that it decreases your blood pressure and it helps people relax and chill out, and it also crosses the blood-brain barrier, so it affects the central nervous system and gets to where your feelings actually are, so it doesn't just treat peripheral symptoms of anxiety and stress, but it helps treat the psychological ones as well. Okay, so Guanfacine and other A2A agonists reduce sympathetic arousal in the emotional responses in the amygdala, which is the part of the brain that controls our emotions and our feelings, and strengthens the prefrontal cortical regulation of emotion, action, and thought. So besides being used off-label for anxiety, this is also used for ADHD and ADD. Now, this medication has been shown to help those who don't respond to other ADHD medications and other ADD medications. So there have been some studies that show that this is effective, and I will post them down below in the details section here. Basically what you need to know is that this is possible and it can work, and I know from firsthand experience that it can help reduce anxiety because I took Guanfacine for a while. I took it for, I want to say, about a year. It was a fairly low dose because you don't want it high enough that you really get that drop in blood pressure where you get dizzy and you don't stand up very well. You get that what's called orthostatic hypotension. Okay, so my experience with this is that I took it because it did help. It took the edge off of my anxiety and gave me enough to, keep moving forward, keep going ahead with other medication treatments. But it was difficult because I did have some of that low blood pressure that came with it. Sometimes if I stood up too fast, I was pretty dizzy. I did have some other side effects from it, like I had less of an appetite, which actually was a benefit for me because I had put on a lot of weight during those years. I also had some dry mouth from it, but that's fairly typical of a lot of medications and something you can deal with. But it was that dizziness. And eventually I ended up stopping the Guanfacine because I just didn't think the benefit outweighed, the constant dizziness that I was having. But it really helped me for about a year that I was on it until I found something that was better, which ended up happening. And so I was able to get off of that and not need it anymore. It's not like your benzodiazepines, your Xanax, your Ativan, and others like that. It also is quick to kick in. It's not like your antidepressants that take 3 to 6 weeks or maybe even longer before you notice a difference. It works, within a day or two. This one takes a little time to kind of build up in your system, but it has that benefit over antidepressants. My final thoughts on this is if you've been through a lot of treatments for anxiety and haven't found something that is helping you, I got really far down that path of medications. Guanfacine was probably like my 15th medication or something like that, because I had a lot, and it was something that helped to get me by. So if you're really looking for an option that could help you, ask your psychiatrist, ask your primary care about this medication, see if it's right for you, see if it's something that can help you. But from personal experience, I know that it can reduce anxiety and help get you through, maybe until you find something better. But you may even have a better experience than I did with this medication, and you may be able to, have a significant reduction in your anxiety. And so this could be really good for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you found something that will help you, because that is why we're here. That's why we're doing this, to help you get better and to help spread a message of hope.